What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Stock Show. My name is Gautam, and this is the show where we will teach you everything you need to know about investing in the stock market. Now, in this episode, we'll be talking more about the stock market, how you can invest, and the idea of risk and reward. Today, I'm joined by more students. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Gabby Belize. I'm a major in entrepreneurship, and I'm excited to hear about Gautam's little knowledge show.
I'm Jaz, and I'm a mass comm major, and I'm excited to learn. I'm ready to learn! Woo!
So do you guys know anything about the stock market?
I do. I mostly do some investments with currency, like Forex or like other stock exchanges, but I'm interested in what you have to say.
I know absolutely nothing.
That's great to hear, Jazz. If you remember from last episode, we talked a lot about what investing is, what shares are, and why companies issue them, and also a little bit about the stock market. Today we're going to go a little more in depth with what the stock market is. Now, what we think of the stock market is actually a collection of few stock exchanges. Now, what a stock exchange is where people actually go to invest things. Now, from now on, when I refer to things like buying and selling, I'm going to say trading instead. So, stock exchanges allow for people who weren't at the IPO to trade stocks. Now, you might be wondering how to actually buy and sell stocks. Well, to do that, you might need a middleman. A middleman is anybody like a broker or a brokerage, it's a company. Now, in the old times, people would need brokers because they didn't know how to buy or sell stocks. Some of the best online brokerages that you could use are Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, and Fidelity.
Ooh, let me add on to
Fidelity,
that.
isn't that like cheating?
Every developed country in the world has their own stock exchange. In the United States, we have two major stock exchanges that you should know about. The first one is called the New York Stock Exchange, or the NYSE. This is where more established companies that you probably heard of, like Coca-Cola, Walmart, and ExxonMobil, are traded on. Now, you guys want to take a guess where the New York Stock Exchange is?
Africa.
That's really close, Jazz. It's actually
Really?
New York City in Wall Street.
I honestly thought it was in Alaska, to be honest.
Dude, I think we're like smart.
Definitely.
Now, the other stock exchange in the United States is called the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ is more like the younger, more hip version of the New York Stock Exchange. This is where you'll see the tech companies and the newer companies be listed on. And this is where you'll see your Googles and Apples and Teslas. Now, this doesn't have a physical location.
This commercial is brought to you by Alpha Kappa Psi. Make sure to tune in to our first episode of YAK Psi Bachelor. And don't forget to wear your mask and social distance.
Okay, since we talked about all the basics, you guys ready for a little more advanced stuff?
Yes, but also no.
Yes, I
I
guess.
guess.
Let's go.
Alright, let's talk about the idea of risk versus reward. It's a concept of the amount of risk you're willing to put in for a certain amount of reward that you can get out of it. Now, we experience this risk versus reward all the time in real life. Think about how people skydive. Yes, it's a risky thing, but it's also a lot of fun.
YOLO. It's
Yes.
like stealing from a store and not getting caught.
Exactly. Now, there's definitely a risk with that, but the reward might outweigh the risk. And this is the same thing with investing in some stocks. Not all companies are the same. Some are a little more risky than others. Now, it's a general rule of thumb that the more riskier the company is, the higher reward you could have. But you gotta also remember that the riskier the company, the more chance that you'll lose money with that investment as well. It's a trade-off and a balance that you have to think about for risk versus reward. In the next episode, we'll compare the different styles of investing and what style may suit you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Stock Show. See you guys next week.